One of my biggest weaknesses is I believe in exceptionalism, superhero syndrome. The one shining light, the one person everybody can rally behind, the one genius. Leonardo da Vinci, Einstein, Stephen Hawking. These bright shining lights that drag humanity a little bit further out of the shadows, and the next genius comes in and drags them a little bit further. The genius military commanders, Alexander the Great, Patton. More to our point of this story. I've always believed this, and from an early age, and it's the whole superhero syndrome. Like I said, this person is exceptional. This person is better than everybody else. The chosen one. I love chosen one stories. This person's better. They're gonna come in. The man with no name comes in and kicks ass, and everybody else in town has been unable to do that. I love that shit. The problem is, that's not real life. There are a lot of people who can come in and save the day. There are a lot of people who can drag humanity a little further out of the shadows. Several different people invented the radio and invented the light bulb at the same time. Just one person got the credit. It took a village, literally, to get us to the moon. There are plenty of generals. We had a lot of geniuses in the Civil War, but it took. I'm not going to say a moron. I was getting ready to call him a moron. General Grant was not a moron. He was a butcher. He was methodical. He realized what needed to happen. Just a war of attrition. We just had to wear down the South. That's it. You didn't have to do any fancy maneuvers. You didn't have to march all night or, think we're going to go over here and then we're actually going to go over here. You didn't have to trick the enemy. You had the numbers. Nobody else understood that. None of the other generals in the Civil War understood that. You have the numbers. Just grind them down. Grind them down. The butcher. A lot of people died, but it worked. It was expedient. It ended the war sooner than it would have been. If he had been in charge from the very beginning, the war would have ended 2 years earlier. And consequently, less people would have lost their lives. So, a lot of people, I found this out in filmmaking. We get this brilliant cameraman, this great sound person on this one project. Wow, that sound person is better than anybody I've ever seen. My God, the sound we got was incredible. They're not available next time. Well, fuck, man, should we reschedule? Reschedule. They're still not available. Fuck, fine, let's just use this other person. And it was adequate. Maybe it wasn't as good, but it was good enough. The cameraman's good enough. The different directors, the different DPs, the different, Star Wars wouldn't have been the same without George Lucas, obviously. The cinematographers in Breaking Bad made that show. Better Call Saul as well, right? They made that show. There was a great cinematographer on American Horror Story, the seasons that I watched anyway. Their cinematography was incredible. They were up there with Breaking Bad. I'm sure there was one person behind that, and other people added to it. They're like, "Oh, you're doing this? Okay, let's add this. Here's a great idea. Let's do this, right?" But you had that one person. You had that instigator. But other people can get the job done. I realize that in filmmaking. This actor's not available. I love using the same actors over and over again. This actor's not available. Okay, I'll bring in this other person. Wow, they're great. Now I want to use them all the time. They're not available. Well, maybe I can go back to first person. I can find somebody new. Everybody is replaceable. The bottom line, I think I'm a really good writer. Matter of fact, I know I'm a really good writer. I don't really have this massive ego or anything, but there's one thing that I'm very confident about. It's my writing ability. There's just been too many decades of feedback from people who had no incentive to kiss my ass to tell me, even if I didn't believe myself. And I can look at art myself and say, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. But we can't typically tell ourselves how good we actually are. But I've had enough feedback, so I know I'm a good writer. There's no doubt in that. There are so many better writers out there. If I died, the world's not going to be, oh my God, we lost this great artiste. I'm good. I'm really good. I'm probably in the top 5% of writers in the world. I know I sound like an egomaniac. But look, I'm not any good at anything else. Relationships, finances, working out, taking care of your body, maintaining relationships. Oh, I already said that. But hey, I should do that twice because that was really bad. I'm not good at almost everything, but there's that one thing I'm good at. Even having said that, though, I'm telling you with 100% confidence, I believe I'm in the top 5% of writers, I am infinitely replaceable. Practically anybody could walk in and do almost as good a job as me, or a lot of them could do a hell of a lot better job. Most of the stuff I watch are better writers than me. They're above that 5%. They're in the 4%, 3%, 2%, They're better. It's fine. But you have to realize that. You have to understand, you are replaceable. Every single one of us is replaceable. We're all just cogs in the machine. And it sucks to think that way. But my problem was never thinking I was irreplaceable. My problem was thinking other people were irreplaceable. All my life, like I said. Oh my God, we lost this person. I'm really demoralized. Let's just quit. Let's not even shoot the film. Fuck it. We need this person. We can't shoot the film. There are people that I consider invaluable. My AD that I worked with the last 5 years, invaluable. But I'm doing okay with that. I'm not filmmaking. If I was going to go back to filmmaking, he wasn't available, it would be fine. He's replaceable. I'm replaceable. You're replaceable. We're all replaceable. Obviously, you see where I'm going with this. Yang is replaceable. It sucks that he's gone, but he's replaceable. But the problem is, does anybody believe that he's replaceable? That's the issue. I think the fact that people believe he's irreplaceable and the movement died with him is more important than whether or not this is actually true. Maybe it is true. Maybe the only way they could have won, whatever their limited political goals are at this point, because they don't even have a planet backing them anymore, whatever the hell it is they're trying to accomplish, maybe that was only possible with Yang alive. Maybe it's more possible with him not around. Let's use another football analogy. Okay. Kansas City Chiefs last year had a great wide receiver called Tyreek Hill. He was really good. He was one of the best in the league. And they didn't win the Super Bowl. They traded his ass because he wanted too much money. He wasn't happy there, so they traded his ass. So now they go into this season without their best weapon, and they win the Super Bowl. Their offense was better. Sometimes when you have a really exceptional person, he's a lightning rod. So the defenses were keying in on this person, and your offense felt the pressure to get the ball to him because he's your best player. Oh, he's on the field. Why aren't you getting the ball to him? So you're trying to cram the ball to him. Meanwhile, you're leaving other people, untended to. These other people could be helping you too. The defense is focused there. You're focused there. Nobody's worried about what else is happening on the field. This is a similar situation. What happened when Yang's gone? The Kaiser has no interest in this anymore, and nor should he, because defeating these ragtag group of rebellious people now won't give him any glory. The only thing that would give him glory was defeating Yang. So he left. Him being there may be more important than Yang being there. Like, maybe the Kaiser actually has more than Yang, right? Let's say the Kaiser being there with all his troops that he has with him gives their army a strength of 12. Let's just say that. And let's say that Yang being there with his troops, the people, the defectors who now have left, right? So like you lose people on both sides. Let's say Yang with the people who haven't defected yet are a 10. So you got 12 versus 10. Not terrible odds, but like you're outnumbered, right? But what if Kaiser leaving with all the people he's taking with him drops that force down to a 7? They went from 12 to 7. Kaiser's a big deal. He's probably worth 3 or 4 points by himself and then his troops, right? Yang is a big deal. He's worth 3. So he drops from 10 to 7. The defectors maybe dropped from 7 to 6. So you've gone from a 2-point disadvantage to a 1-point disadvantage. You see what I'm saying? Like, it could be a greater net loss losing Kaiser and all of his people than losing Yang and the people who defected. It could actually be a good thing. There's less focus on you now. To me, what matters is not the tangible, real world, real effect that losing Yang causes. It's the psychological effect. If people believe that he's irreplaceable, they're going to lose. If they can somehow be convinced that not all is lost, that you can move forward without him, they won't lose. Or maybe they'll still lose, but they won't lose because they've lost heart. In other words, is what I'm saying. So yeah, I think that the effect is twofold. It's the real world material effect of losing him and the people who defected, and then you have the effect of people. Oh, we can't win now. We might as well just shut the movie down because we don't have the actor we need. We'll see what happens, but I think that's an important effect. It'll be interesting to see if the show addresses that. All right, this is episode 85. We're going on 1. 3, 2, 1. No music again? They're still sad? The show is still sad. Look at this. Oh, okay. I jumped the gun. No, okay. They are not doing the opening credits. Yeah, this seems important. Of course she did. Of fucking course she did. Unbelievable. Incompetence. Yeah. Yeah. I'm as pissed off as he clearly is. You gotta wonder, is it incompetence or are they willfully betraying you? Ah, really? I wasn't expecting him to have that flavor. That's interesting. I mean, I wouldn't give the baby any consideration. It's not sentient yet, right? So the baby has no effect on like any of these schemes or anything. So of course you wouldn't blame it. I wouldn't kill it either. I mean, you may take out the mom and then put the baby with an adoption that nobody will ever be able to trace, and it's irrelevant, right? The baby might as well not exist. They'll never be able to find it. That just cracked me up about the monarchies and bastards and stuff. Back then, you didn't have DNA. You couldn't prove this bastard was related to the king, so who cares, right? Now, at least you have DNA. So what did it take him a couple weeks to get back? Oh, really? I didn't think that was going to happen. Here he is judging again. Dude, micromanaging ass. Oh, okay. It's okay. I thought he was. I thought he was passing judgment on the person. This is an official server. This makes sense. Really, I don't trust any of this. Money changing hands. Right? Exactly. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm too paranoid. Look at him smiling. I'm doing good things. I actually looked up the symptoms, all the symptoms of paranoid personality disorder, to see if I was that. I'm only about 40% of the scale, so I don't have that. 40% is pretty high though, just so you know. Damn, why's it gotta be a bastard? Speaking of bastards, these motherfuckers just hateful, man. Yeah, I don't care about nothing else. I'm getting married. Okay. Well, this is shocking, sir. Eat my ass. I didn't know I cared, sir. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the only woman we've ever seen you with, sir. Oh, is his feelings hurt? Oh, no. Okay. He was thinking the same thing I was. He just couldn't say it out loud because that's a superior officer. If you have one friend, you say you're mad at your friend, nobody's going to say, who are you talking about? You know, just say it. Yeah, sure, whatever. Cheers. Yeah, there's a lot of scattered factions here. Yeah, what the fuck, man? Them just randomly going into people's thoughts is a little weird. I'll talk about that in the future. I don't think it's a good note. I mean, you're either a historical documentary or not, right? Conversations can be captured, recorded, repeated. I suppose though you could if he's actually writing okay a letter to somebody. Here's what I was thinking during this meeting. You can incorporate that. So I can actually see that working. I've actually seen Civil War things. Yeah. Here's what this soldier thought during this battle. You know. Oh shit! Here we go. He's probably gonna die soon because they talked about what happens when we find out what we find out about him after he dies. Hey, man. Don't just be taking my booze, motherfucker. Especially pouring for me. Maybe I'm done for the day. I'm never done for the day. That's right, motherfucker. Your big bald head. What's up? That is horrible, isn't it? Very offensive. Oh, I think you committed a crime or two, buddy. I really do. Yeah. What's up? I think you are. Really. Well, I mean, he did okay without you, buddy. Just saying. God, this guy's hateful. I'm into it. He drinks. He's fat. He's hateful. It's like looking in the mirror. Really? Interesting. You ain't done shit, motherfucker. Yeah. Here's my data disk. Here's your evidence. Oh, shit. Really? She's gonna be a fucking. Hey, man, quit spilling your fucking alcohol, dumbass. Really? Yeah, that would be treason. I should have known this son bitch was behind her disappearance. I like what he's doing there. It's just so smug, right? He's one of my favorite side characters. Interesting. I'm a little surprised how this conversation is turning out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all motherfuckers are scandalous. All of you. Scandalous. Tricks. Is it a trick? Your proposition? Oh, okay. I was like, I'm not going to listen to your handkerchief, dude. Boy, I love that animation. To pull out and back into the water again. It's the little things. I love all this intrigue, man. This show keeps you on your toes. They have a lot of characters like this is Game of Thrones in space. This really is. I've said it before. I bet their character list is pretty similar to Song of Ice and Fire in number. They talk about it as like he has over 1,000 characters that by name that have been named in the main story. This is getting up there. Oh shit. That's right. Lock him up. Porridge again. Oh shit. Yeah, assisted suicide, I'd say. Oh man, that was great animation too. Oh shit! How dare you, sir? Paranoia. It happened in Nazi Germany too. Everybody's paranoid. You just eat yourself at that point. That's why I make a terrible Kaiser. Because I'm too paranoid, right? You can't be that way. You have to trust something. You worry too much, sir. The politics of fear. That's a good way to put it. Oh, here we fucking go. Ill tidings, shall we say. I don't trust shit. I only trust my baldness. Yeah, I mean, obviously, right? I didn't bring you here for your opinions. Because he's a sociopath. I thought you knew. Yeah, she's feigning ignorance. Thought you knew. It's a little clumsy for exposition, but, you know, what are you going to do? It's like I was saying before, wheels within wheels. Right. Yep. Yep. Not good. I'm out of here. You disgust me. He loves to watch her leave. Can't trust redheads, man. They have no soul, according to the Scottish. What's up? Man, that floor looks uncomfortable. Get your ass on the bed. She learned all that information just to come in here and talk shit. I'm gonna cut your throat. Yeah, so you say. None of your business. Kind of what I'm saying here. That's what I was just saying. You got to put this kid into fucking permanent witness protection. Even the kid and even the parents don't know. Yeah, I request you never come in here again. I don't need no damn father. Wait, she trying to get out of this, by the way. Yeah, I'm glad it's fine. Thank you so much. It's fine that we don't let the baby starve to death. Wow, amazing. What a bitch. Oh, okay. Thank God. I went to a dark place. He reminds me of that fucking vampire Buffy. Damn, dude, that's a lot of fucking pills. And you're also being sloppy. You're getting pills all over the goddamn floor. Jesus. Maybe if you didn't fucking shotgun the fucking pills, he housed like a whole handful of pills, man. The fuck you doing? Yeah, well, it's your body, so I don't care. Interesting. Yeah, that was some fucked up shit what he did to his son. You're an asshole. He spilled his drink too, man. He's my first starting to piss me off. Stop putting ideas in my head. Look at her. She's just going around pollinating all kinds of brains. So they are going somewhere with this. I thought it was a one-off. That's better. I like that. Maybe they'll never pay that off on Rome, but they're going to pay it off here. Really. Some big moves. It makes sense you're more centrally located at that point, but I don't like it. I'm big on tradition. I want the capital to stay in the capital, you know. What's happening with Kaiser's sister, by the way? We ain't seen her in a minute. Yeah, what the fuck? Hey, I didn't say it did. Thank you. I think I do have splendid wit. Wait a minute. You were just dressing me down. I'm confused now. Is that really what this is about? See what he's saying. If I make a sacrifice, so do you. Uh oh. This is outrageous. Actually, I get what he's saying. Yeah, shut up. I know what I'm doing. How dare he? He has no shame whatsoever. But he probably knew that. It just means he's smart, right? That's the funniest thing I've seen on this show yet, man. I underestimated that little shame he has. But maybe it's not lack of shame, man. Maybe he's just smart to see through your bullshit, right? Holy shit. That is good, man. I wish I could pause it. No matter how shameless. Okay, well, you're just underestimating. If you think it's just about him being shameless, I think you're underestimating. Because you clearly, they just said you were going to use that to keep him out of office ever again, right? Maybe he saw that. Like, you don't know. I mean, he's probably shameless, but. So fucking good. Yep. You're pretty much painted in the corner, buddy. Yep, I'm shredding that motherfucker. Oh shit, I'm burning it. That's when you're really pissed at it. His discarded homeland. They're gonna kill this son of a bitch. He's gonna be swinging. Yes, quite a man. Yeah, there's got to be a precedent for this. Moving the capital. I can't think off the top of my head, but I know it's happened a couple times, and it was a big deal. I think Japan's capital just moved around, right? Like it's just whoever, depending on who was in power. But in Europe, I think there's precedent. Yeah, you're out of here. Get out. Pissed. Also calculating. Right. He does seem singularly focused. I'll give him that. Worm eating support. Yeah, I know that much. I don't know, man. I think he's just override here. You need people out of here. Even if it weakens your support, like if we're going to go with this metaphor, you still need them gone. You can't let the worms keep eating the wood, right? Yeah, he's up in his feelings. Uh oh. Don't tell me she died or something. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is a flashback. Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute. It wasn't a kid, it was a baby, so. Oh, man. That's kind of cute. I was just talking about his sister. Don't gas him up too much. All I have to do is use my hair to light my room. Oh, shit. Don't tell me something happened to her. That's all he needs. Oh, okay, gotcha. We're just reiterating stuff. Gotcha. He's already settled all this, man. I like that, man. I like how they did that. That is great. And it's all in the conception, right? See, it's when I say great animation, sometimes what I'm talking about, you had to think up the idea. Sometimes the execution is great. Yeah, obviously, right? Oh yeah, keep showing us Yang having his happy time, you fucking assholes. Anyway, um, sometimes the execution is really good, and a couple times it has been, but in this particular case, what I mean by that is they had to think up the idea. Okay, we're gonna have this flashback, and he's gonna close his locket over the flashback. Keep the flashback boxed up in this locket. That is good shit. You had to think of that though. You had to think of that. And since this was from a novel and not a manga, I believe this is whoever directed this came up with the idea themselves. Brilliant, man, because you have to think of it. I've said this many times. That's why animation is harder to direct than live action. Because you can walk into a room, you can see the way there's a hole in the ceiling, and light falls through that hole at a certain time of day. And you happen to walk in there, and when the light's going through that hole at a certain time of day, you're like, holy shit, we need to set a light up there so we can get that anytime we want. Yeah, that only happens because you walked in that room at that right time because you're in the space. In animation, if you wanted that light to come through, you'd have to think of, wait a minute, what if we had a light come through there? So it's that extra step of the difficulty. It's that extra, it's just harder, right? So I'm always impressed when I see something like that, where somebody had a really clever idea. All right, here we go with episode 86. We're going on one. Three, two, one. I can never coordinate this hand with what I'm saying. It's just very awkward. Good thing I'm not one of those conductors, right? Those dudes, man. I always wondered what the conductor was doing because don't they have songbooks? Like, like he's not telling them what music to play. So what the hell is he doing? Apparently, he's telling them when to come in because they only have their piece of the songbook because it's like a large musical arrangement, right? Like you couldn't be expected to try to flip through it all. So you only have your piece. You don't know when to come in. Maybe if you have the whole song memorized, but then he controls that. So this whole thing about Bugs Bunny making people do things like they wouldn't normally do is not real. Like apparently, he's just like, okay, it's time for the drums or it's time for the violins or whatever. I think he can also tell you when to stop too, but it may say that on your sheet music. Visually, his hair is super distracting. Like, look at it. Long, flowing locks. I'm not sure what they're doing with all that. Maybe it's supposed to represent his ego. But they actually brought it into the story last episode. I found that interesting. I never thought it'd be mentioned, right? It's just a thing. Because sometimes the writer, well, the artist will do something visually that the writer never intended, but clearly this is intentional. Because, it was brought up, it was like he considers his hair a delight. His sister kind of made that analogy. Okay, so it's almost a month since last episode. So are we still at war or what? Like, what's happening? Yeah, that's obvious. And predictable, if you think about it. He just doesn't want to win. No, he doesn't care. It's not a jewel of the Nile anymore. Right, right. Because that used to be the thing in between. Right. They won't even care about the fortress. Right. Just a little further for your ships, I guess. Hey, we never said Julian was a dumbass. It's because again, yeah. I still think we'll never know now. That's a good point, actually. We'll never know what would happen if he had just been doing the hit and run, guerrilla warfare instead of like placing himself in one spot. I think that would have been a better strategy. Right. A river only matters if it's between two countries. If it's in the middle of a country, who cares, right? Really? That probably won't happen in your lifetime. Exactly. Yeah. He may be an old man by the time what he's talking about happens. You don't look 40, dude. You carry it well. These motherfuckers still deserting? It's been a month. Well, if you care about, personal glory, he doesn't. So, yeah, there we go. He doesn't care about personal glory. Damn, they're taking a long time. Jesus. Less than 1 million. Holy shit. They've had entire battles where you lose more than that. Jesus. Hey man, you always want to have a good sex ratio. Oh, you're talking about gender. Okay. What an asshole. Really? Wow, dude. Yeah, we know what you we knew what you meant. They need to recruit. Put the word out there. This should be interesting. All the important people are leaving as you roll up in here, right? See what I'm saying? Like, just this one location has 5 times the number of people, man. It's just unbelievable. The scale we're talking about here. So you're gonna have political officers, huh? Well, the complaint form is over there. Not the sense of superiority, because it's about their feelings. This war and governing this empire is about our feelings. That's I always suspected that. Unbelievable. I like technocrats. Sounds like a lot's on his plate, man. He might need to delegate some of that shit. Oh yeah, sure. Coincidence. Nepo baby. Yeah, well, fortunately that's above your pay grade, so stop your bitching. Well, he is shameless, so makes the best of a bad situation. I like that. Put his personality out of bounds. Oh shit. Right. What are you gonna do with him? Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, this will actually reduce tensions. It would be smart just to be whatever, man. Blanket pardon. They did give up the fight, right? So you should feel good about that. Ah, yes, those motherfuckers, those political traitors. That's right. You're on probation. Uh oh. Yeah, what's that all about? You know he's still loyal. I'm suspicious. Yeah. What are you saying? watching that motherfucker. You had Yang under surveillance too. How'd that work out? By the way, I think I implied. I was confused for a second. I thought he was in charge of the old Capitol. He's in charge of the Democratic Capitol. You know, I get it now. That's why I was saying, he's coming just as everybody's leaving. But no, he's in charge of the new place. Yeah. This is a much harder job because the old Capitol, everybody's loyal. No problems, right? How are you guys making the news 1,000 years after when this history is being read? What horrible thing are you about to do? Remember the night of the long knives in Japan? Oh, brutal. Yeah, big mad. Say, I recognize that bald motherfucker. Yes. I thought I recognized this son bitch. Oh, okay, this is that other bald motherfucker. Gotcha. How would you be able to tell the difference? Two bald motherfuckers. Yeah, let's get these motherfuckers. Living murder weapons, huh? Yeah, the fact that they were raising a toast pisses me off the most. Get them, boys. I love that they're terror is. It just makes me happy. Yep, with extreme prejudice. Yeah, stop your belly aching. I mean, Julian be busting caps, man. He can use that axe on a motherfucker. We've seen it. Hey, it's my pet theory. I'll pet it anytime I want to. That's not very nice. Damn, dude. Hey, we all feel the same way. It was stupid. Hey, man, I'm too fat. Why are you just suddenly running? I guess he caught up. Yes. I think old John's in trouble. You don't fucking say. Boy, that doesn't bode well. Oh man, he's got a lot of fucking shit on his shoulders. You gotta be your own person. There's a lot of shit that I'm doing that Dad wouldn't have done. You gotta be your own person. Some people are a product of their time. You're the younger generation, so you should be better at this. There's such a thing. You need to, churn over leadership because people get stuck in their ways and they're a product of a previous time. Look at this ghost there. I like that, man. That's really cool. We need you, man. You need to face that up. Face up to that. Really? He's got advice. I like they're still doing the thing. Yeah, I didn't realize the stakes that they were really fighting for. The Democrats, the alliance. I guess they called the alliance, right? I should come up with one word to describe that entity because I keep changing it up. The alliance were fighting for a lot more than I really thought about because I was just caught up in the actual fight. Like pretty much the entire human race now is subjugated under this autocratic system. That's not good. This is the last bastion of hope here, man. Is they've got less than a million people, and he's in charge. Some young punk kid. Oh man, yeah. Never tell a woman she looks tired, dumbass. Basically, what you're telling them is they look like shit. I found that out the hard way. Just saying. Don't salute a civilian. He eats alone. He should have people like up his ass, man, and not her, because I don't care about the shipping. He should have retainers and people that are just. If he has a thought while he's eating, he can have them jot it down and enact it. Man, you're in charge of the entire fucking place. That was the thing that Game of Thrones, this show, never really duplicated. They didn't show the reality of it. Oh shit. Well, thank you for drugging me. I have shit to do. Arrest this woman. Well, I'm not surprised you're still here. What a reason. A little bit better reason. Why are you so aggro? In other words, you don't like her. Yeah, that seems on brand for you. Yeah, I get what you're saying. She's brash, that's for goddamn sure. Yeah, that sounds like a her problem. Sounds like you got issues. Oh shit. Yeah, pretty much. Why are you eavesdropping though? What an asshole. Yeah, he's a whore. That's for goddamn sure. That's been obvious for a long time. kick his ass. That's it. Oh, shit. Where'd they go? We were too busy, like, arguing to listen in on their conversation anymore. Meanwhile, all you ever do is debauchery. Yeah, finally I'll know what the hell to call them. A commune, huh? Not really. You sound like hippies. Rejected. It's a good point. They're probably coming at this from a different direction, but for me, commune just means hippies. Not a good look. Whatever. It sounds boring enough. Safe and boring. Really. The honest government, because that's it only lasted for August. Really. Excellent. First, kill all politicians. I like the parallels they're drawing here. Yang's name will be remembered for hundreds, thousands of years later. These other people, maybe even her, they won't be remembered. Julian might not be remembered. Yep, well, his ghost visited me earlier today, you know. He's doing good. Jesus. That's right. Flush him out the airlock. Hey, we're all waiting. Speech, speech. Oh, man, what a boring day. It could be worse. It could be bad. You need it to be safe. I don't think it's ever going to be over. I think you're just making forward progress. You always count on this son of a bitch. I prefer the second statement to the first. Goddamn right. Eat our collective asses. Now we're talking. Not necessarily a movement. Yeah, no thanks. Really? We got Julian singing too? Come on, get your fucking arm off me. Anal Vice is better. That's a good portrait. Fucker's making me emotional again. I'm not a happy camper. Yeah, 42 billion. I was wondering what the total was. Not good. But they're one tiny light in the darkness. Kind of what they're talking about here. That's right. Hey, is that English? I think they're singing in English. That's crazy. Why English? I like it. What's up, Belle? What about women? I'm sure we'll find out. What I was going to say was, in medieval times, you'd have like the queen. You know, like Marjorie, for instance, was married to Tommen. She had retainers. She had their ladies of the court. Like there would be half a dozen to a dozen women would be around her at all times from noble families. Like say the Tyrells say they have 10 houses are pretty large, and those houses have houses underneath them that are moderately large. Those houses have houses that are small. Okay, so you see the hierarchy there, right? So the Tyrells they have 10 houses that are relatively large, right? Like the Tarleys were a large house underneath the Tyrells. So they would have a daughter who would be in the royal court representing that house, right? Like one of those 10 houses, like the Tarleys, would have a daughter. So the Tarley daughter would be in court. There's a bunch of these people from all over the country who are not the top noble houses, not even the second tier noble houses, but the third tier are still pretty big. They still represent thousands of people. They still represent a lot of money and a lot of soldiers and a lot of you know food and stuff like that, resources, the builders and all the infrastructure you need to have a running country. They would be these houses would not be one of the big houses. Like they would never get a name in like when you're writing the history of the warfare in the Westeros, right? But they're relatively big houses. They would have a daughter or a wife or somebody representing them in the court. And every now and then, if there's an eligible bachelor son, he would be there because he'd be trying to find like a peer of the opposite sex that he could then marry, right? And further his line and have a fairly noble birth and all that stuff, right? So one of the things they're trying to do is they're trying to get an equitable marriage. They're not large enough to have an arranged marriage from birth. They're not from a large enough house, but they're large enough that they're in court trying to do it. They're also in court trying to get basically lobby for we should have a road that goes to our part of the country, or the next time you need to buy some grain, you should buy it from our part of the country. Or next time you need to buy wine, you should buy it from our part of the country. Like so, they're lobbying. They're looking for marriages. They're doing all kinds of shit. That's the court. That's the royal court. That's all these people. If you ever see these medieval shows or movies, or you see the Game of Thrones or House of Dragon, whatever, all those people standing in court. That's who those people are. They're not small folk. They're all of relative noble birth, right? Like smaller, never be named, but like it's still important houses. Okay, so all those people in court. A lot of those people will hang around the important people in court. So like Marjorie, for instance, like she would have a group, like I said, 6 to 12 people that are from her part of the country that have probably known her since birth, and they're friends, but they're also just there. They're companionship. They hang out. There's a bunch of stuff in the book. I don't want to get too into the weeds, but like essentially, Marjorie might have needed, contraceptive or something. She could blame it on one of these other chicks, and so she wouldn't be scandalized. So you could have one of these other chicks go get it, and so they do things for her. And in return, she'll ask Tom and hey, can we buy some wine from this part of the country, from this particular house? Because this girl did me a solid. She's a companion. She stays up with me. She talks to me. She walks. So I'm not walking alone in the castle. Cersei would have her own group. Catelyn Stark would had a group of retainers. In Winterfell, right? So this happens all over the country. Like all the big, huge houses that run that part of the country. The Lannisters would have court in Casterly Rock, And if Cersei had been there, she would have a retainer. She would have like 6 to 10 people, right? It's just a thing. So if you ever see like Merlin was really bad at this, the Merlin TV show. You have Lady Guinevere and what was the name of the woman? She ended up playing Lana Lang on Supergirl. But anyway, there was also the king's daughter was there, and then you had Guinevere, right? Actually, I don't think Guinevere is a noble birth. Anyway, I'm getting into weeds. The point is, like, the king had a daughter in the show Merlin. You never saw her as anybody. She's walking around the castle by herself. She's eating by herself. She's in a room by herself. That did not happen. Like, a lot of times they'd even sleep with some of these other girls. They have a big bed, and there'd be like 3 or 4 of them in the bed simply because it was cold. Like, you needed body heat and stuff. And plus, just so nobody could ever impugn her honor, she wasn't getting fucked somewhere because there's 3 of these other chicks that are sleeping with her. So, that's the thing. They're too important to be. They're not lonely, right? They have companionship 24/7. They have people around 24/7 that are not even servants. We're not even talking about the servants, right? So, is that a one-to-one parallel here? Probably not. But think about how important Julian is. Think about how important Julian is. There's a million people, almost a million people at this space station. Somebody needs something, right? Somebody needs, plumbing on floor 1017 isn't working right. And hey, can somebody fucking do something? There's probably somebody in charge of that entire floor. He reports to somebody who's in charge of that entire section of the ship, of the fortress, right? That person who's in charge of the entire section should spend several hours a day just hanging out with Julian. Maybe in his office, the lobby of the waiting room of his office. If he ever goes anywhere and they're walking with him, those people would be around him. He would not be by himself. It's just not realistic, right? That's not how it works, And if we make a Navy equivalent here, do you think officers just have nobody around them? Like, the officers have, not only do they have a secretary, like, say, a captain of the ship. Not only does he have a secretary, but he has junior officers waiting for anything he might need. They're learning from him. They're his personal attendants so they can learn how to learn command from him. But also, he might need, hey, I need somebody to make sure the engine gets fixed within the next hour because we need to fucking go. That person would run away and they would go make sure that happens. So, this is a really long diatribe, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not criticizing the show per se. I'm just saying if we want to add a layer of world building here, if you're going to write something, this is something to keep in mind. Because this show, like, they're in the details so much, right? Like, this is a very minor point. Like, I have to really break down the tweezers to find something to criticize about this show because so much thought goes into all this stuff. The intrigue, the political, like I said, they have hundreds of characters. You can't address everything. So I am not criticizing the show. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to do something like this, it's just something to keep in mind. Julian is probably either the most powerful person on the fortress or the second most powerful person. He would have attendants. He would have people kissing his ass. He would have people just to help him, right? So that's all I'm saying. Something to keep in mind if you're writing something. They should put the word out there. Like, okay, bring me you're tired, you're poor, whatever. Some kind of advertising campaign. Maybe even, boy, that'd be touchy. Maybe get some kind of, like, agreement with the Empire. They don't even have a formal truce with the Empire yet, but... So it'd have to be an underground advertising campaign. But basically, if you're not happy with life in the Empire, you can come to us. It would swell the ranks. And the Empire could let them go. It'd be like, these are all the dissidents. These are all the people causing trouble. These are all the assholes. Maybe even send your criminals there. They could be like The Wall. Song of Ice and Fire. Put them out there. That would be interesting. That's what I would do. Because, like, they've got less than 1 million people. Like, holy shit, they've lost a lot of people. If they're trying to make something out of this, like Switzerland, maybe they can become the equivalent of Switzerland at some point. If they're trying to become Switzerland, they need more numbers. But that makes them a bigger threat. Oh, my God. They're taking people from our country, from our empire. No, let's go stomp them out. So, yeah. I don't know, man. Alrighty, here we go with episode 87. We're going on 1. 3, 2, 1. They're getting straight into it, man. They ain't screwing around. No more theme song for you. Free Planets Alliance. I don't know why I can't keep Free Planets Alliance in my head. I don't know. I reject it somehow. They ain't bowing down to nothing. Apparently there was a hiatus or something. Like, that's why we're getting this recap, right? We don't need to show the assassination, a-holes. Dicks. He's lost his fighting spirit. We need aliens. That'd be a great conclusion to this series. Aliens invade, right? Yeah, let's fight the aliens. Ruling is a hell of a lot harder than taking the throne in the first place. You know. Wait, do we have a cold open? A cold open recap, and then the theme song. That's new. It's a new. Yeah, see now it's about. Right, there must have been a hiatus because they had time to redo the. They had time to redo the opening credits. Yeah, because Yang, that was just kind of archaic at that point. He's not there anymore. It's not about their rivalry anymore. It's just about the Kaiser. Uh-oh. He's gone. He keeps losing everything, man. You know what? I bet he loses his sister next, because that's his story. His story is he loses everybody. Interesting. Tell you what, I like these new credits, man. The old credits, just because we'd seen them 85 times, right? Like, they were just old. They were stale, I'll put it that way. This is good. That's right. Hassan Chop. He's holding the stars in his hands, apparently. I like it, man. Good job. We've seen with the leftovers, changing the credits isn't always a good thing. They made terrible ass choices on that show. I don't think we're getting out of the year 800. We've been in the year 800 for a long time. We've still got half a year left. No, man. We need to break ground. You should have been plundering while you were out there. Hey, he's making a good point, though. He usually does. Yeah, live in a hotel. Exactly. They can't be living better than he is. You're going to make them live like paupers. Yes, that's how it is. That's right. Upgrade your living accommodations, dick. I like your little palace model. Hey, man, you can't focus on everything. 24, that's crazy, man. The dude is 24 years old. So the entire span of the series has been about 4 years, I think. Crazy. You know what they say? This happened to the Mensheviks over in the Soviet Union. What became the Soviet Union. You know, it's easy to take over the government. Can you keep it? Can you rule? Right. Who's your enemy? Again, you're wasting money. There are no nations that exist anymore. It's not like, on Earth, you're always going to have some other country that has military forces. So you're always going to need a military. They don't need a military anymore. They just need a peacekeeping force. You know? They could reduce their navy, their armadas, by like 90% and be okay. Because nobody can build up enough to take you on, you know? Right. I think we got some of this flashback before, I think. It feels familiar. That's right. Get that motherfucker. Ah, shit, of course. That's how it goes. I swear this feels familiar. I think they stink. Right. Yeah, it's all right. You've said enough. Oh, shit. Off with his head. No, it just will look disgusting. I ain't eating your prison food. I know I won't be here very long. Oh, shit. That's not good. That is really not good. Jesus Christ. I don't like where this is going. I bet you do. Motherfucker deadlift a truck. Holy shit. Well, I don't need your resume. Fascinating. Anyway, I got a meeting later, so, Boy, I don't like where this is going. Wow. That made it so much worse. Holy shit. Wow. I bet they do, too. Yeah. I don't need to smell your breakfast. You can back up. In other words, you're a young punk. Yeah. Not gonna happen. Ow. What is that? Some kind of electric whip? Can we get out of this? Yeah. You're very jealous about this whole rank thing, aren't you? Fucking hey, man. This is terrifying. He does talk too much. Yeah. Go for the ankles. That's how you get these big fat motherfuckers. That's right, bitch. Where's your giggle now, bitch? You should have had a circuit breaker on your whip. You gotta get these big motherfuckers. You go for the weak spot. You call it Achilles heel for a reason. Yeah, that's right. Crawl on the floor, bitch. You're dismissed. God damn, he be talking shit, man. Holy fuck. I like the cut of it. I do. I like this dude before. I really like him now. Of course, these punks can't fight. He can, though. Oh, shit. Why would you back up to them? Now, that's just stupid, man. He literally just backed up to them. Look, he's in a small cell, and there's four of them. So, like, this was going to go this way regardless, right? But still, I spit upon you, sir. Trial by combat. Oh, you know he's scared. That's right, bitch. Really? He's about to get this work. This motherfucker's about to dog walk this bitch. What's up? You're about to get dog walked. That's right, motherfucker. Oh my god, this is about to be ugly. Yeah. Cry when it hurts. Come here, you little bitch. Dude, I thought you were gonna be some fucking challenge, motherfucker. Oh, you want seconds, huh? How about this? Jesus. Oh, now you're gonna bitch out, huh? Bitch out. Excellent. That was just a bitch move, man. What's up, motherfucker? Hey, big boy. Take my coat. That was fucking great. That's one of my favorite scenes in the entire series. Everything about that was awesome. I mean, yeah, he'd been dead. He would have went out like a gangster, though. Believe that. Yep. These people are a nuisance. You goddamn right. Racking up these W's. Hell yeah. Goddamn right. A star is born. Yeah, you talked a lot for some shit I actually remember too. About 15 more episodes, give or take. 5,000 light years. The whole scale of this series is just incredible, man. They think big. I like that about them. Yeah, you just. I'll talk about it more at the end. Right. You know, these series often talk about corruption in politics. They never really go into any detail. I think this show's going into detail here, right? Like, for instance, J.K. Rowling talked about corruption, but she was never specific. It was very vague. Corrupt. Well, what the hell does that mean? You know? Here, they're being at least a little bit more, specific. Here he is. He does make a good lightning rod, that's true. They hate this summit so much. They hate him so fucking much. I love it. You disgust me. Look at him grinning at you. You can't stand it, man. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm suspicious. I think he should definitely watch this some bitch. Can't be trusted. So pissed. Yeah, you think? Gee, I'd be watching that motherfucker. I'd have a dude in his closet looking out. What's up? Yes, motherfucker. You can't trust it, man. Again with the parasitic plant. Just hateful, man. Hateful. Then don't say it. Oh shit. You have my attention. Really? Interesting. Whatever. It was a stratagem that blew up in his face, man. Don't read too deep into it. You are mediocre, aren't you? Your beard's not. That's a really good beard. Why not, man? Either it's an autocracy or not. Autocracy. I don't know how to pronounce that word. You know what I mean. Are you autocrats or are you not autocrats? If you are, shoot this motherfucker. You got to play the game. I get it, but like it can't be that bad of a government if you're not allowed to just shoot somebody you don't like. I'm just saying, man. You can't have it both ways. Then you're weak. You're dismissed. Fuck you looking at. I was wondering, man. They're doing a lot of setup here. That was a good 45 seconds of play setting. So this had to be a big deal. Yeah, ish. Meow. Yeah. And you know what I mean by cooking. Flattery will get you everywhere. Excellent. Hilda's gonna. That is Hilda, right? Yeah. She's gonna be jealous. Yeah, I wonder what this whole illness thing is. I wonder if he's going to die of an illness. That would be a pretty anticlimactic thing that they would do for a show like this. Give it that historical feel, right? Yeah, we met on Tinder. This is all very wholesome, man. I'm suspicious. Something bad's about to happen. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. They're about to get jumped. Man, come on, man. It was all wholesome and nice and everything, man. They're about to get jumped. Either he's gonna die or she's gonna die. You can't distract me with this small talk, man. They're about to get jumped. She's like, man, we could already be home by now. Shit. Making us walk and shit. Here it comes. Somebody's waiting. Yep, we could have already been there. Just saying. About to get jumped. Am I wrong? Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we could already be inside. But you didn't want to take the fucking car. Dick. I like the little storm metaphor because there's one coming for his ass. Definitely. Yep. That was a big four. Really. He's just controlling one planet, man. He does have a large force, though, so I guess that makes sense. They're being very dramatic with this storm. Really? Premonition of a storm, huh? You're being very artistic with this storm and these, like, the line art and stuff. Yeah, I like this, man. Yeah, I think we've seen this part before. Right. I had a long, in the middle of this, I recorded a long thing. So I think I'm going to save my thoughts. In the new thoughts I have, I will save for the intro to the next episode.